Good morning, loved ones. It's pretty early, so I'm speaking in a hushed voice. And at the very last minute, I was called to do this video. And so I just figured, let me just pop on in. You guys, on this channel, I typically don't talk about the moon phases and planetary alignment and things like that because I'm not really well versed on it. And I usually, I only pay a little bit of attention to it. I know that planetary alignment has always impacted us on various levels. But I just, every once in a while I'll do a full moon or new moon ceremony type of thing. But it's not really something that I'm called to do regularly. However, aside from a lot of the regular, commentary and news about eclipses and things like that, this one really stood out for me because it felt like it was trying to continuously get my attention. It seemed like I was receiving double information, like double posts. I would just see stuff just constantly flowing, in my path, in my view. Aside from the on and on conversations about it, anytime, anywhere I turned, that's all you would hear about. And so something told me, let me just dive in a little bit. Some things have been kind of going on in my life currently, and I'm like, something is up, I know. So let me just see what everyone is talking about with this eclipse season. As you guys might be aware, we are in eclipse season. We already had the lunar eclipse, I believe it was March 25th, which totally, I knew about it, but I didn't really pay attention to it, like I said. And then April 8th, we are having our solar eclipse. And beyond going outside and just being in that energy, I had not even thought anything else of it. However, this year is the year of 8s, and a lot of things have recently been going on in my personal life that got my attention, and I'm like, okay, something is up. What's happening? With this being the year of 8, okay, 2024, you add those numbers together, that's the year of 8. Plus with 4/8 being the new moon and a solar eclipse, you have double portals, not to mention a lot of the other planetary alignments that are, that I can't even get into because I can't speak on it intellectually. But I wanted to just sort of give you some information, some details that might help you along the way with this. Okay, like some people are kind of afraid of this, but I like to just turn that on its head, okay, and just give you these tips. This is a year actually of heavy change and transformation, in part due to the solar eclipse, along with it being the year of 8. And this particular new moon is in Aries, and as we know, Aries is fire, and fire is good for just pretty much sort of like cleansing. And the way fire cleanses is it burns down, and then there's space for renewal. Now, what I want to suggest and strongly recommend in this season is to be still. Be still and focus on your own healing, your inner healing, your self-love. This is very paramount because this is the time of the energy of amplification. Okay, so what you want to focus on is your healing. You want to also, with that, focus on the solutions versus the problems. There's a lot of things out here, in the news and things going on in the world. Remove your attention from the problems, the problem part of it, and revert it to the solution. That is going to be very important in this season because we all know where the attention goes, energy flows. So we have, as quantum beings, as sentient, infinite beings, we have the ability and the skill to turn our focus and our attention on something that is going to bring resolution, solution, resolve. And doing this in numbers is even more powerful. Okay, so again, focus on the solution versus the problem. Be still within yourself and focus on your healing and your self-love. And also look for positives, okay? Look for the positives. Watch good stories, listen to good music, okay? Whatever you do, no matter what's going on, look for the positives and put your attention on those things, because doing so is going to not only, we talked about the power of 10, it's going to amplify the vibration, okay, amplify the frequency. And with this solar eclipse, this is a higher energy time. So this is a time that the energy of what you put your attention on is going to amplify. All right, so again, watch good TV shows, stories, things that give you inspiration, motivation, love, those types of things. Do everything that you are doing, do it in the spirit of love. Another thing that you can do during this time is journal about what you are grateful for. Journal about what you are hopeful for. Like for what your biggest, most outrageous dreams, like go way out, but write it down as if it has already been done. So if you are hopeful for, let's say, everyone using love as their motivation, like mankind, just everyone realizing that love is the key, then journal that down and say, I am so grateful that all of mankind leads with love first. That all of mankind is loving on each other, one and all. That all of mankind knows that we are all brothers and sisters. We are all one. We are all connected. Say it as if it already actually is, okay? Write it down, journal it down. It's said that this eclipse is the opening of the throat chakra for mankind, like an awakening of our ability to speak and vibrate at a higher level with heart and mind in balance. Okay, so not with just our mind, but with our hearts. So that's speaking our truth from the heart. The throat chakra, which is the energy center, your vocals, your communication center, that includes creativity, that includes speaking your truth, speaking from the heart, speaking clearly, and also it includes writing, which is why journaling is a good thing to do during this time. And I'm just going to say, I talk about looking for positives and things like that. But when it feels difficult to feel hopeful or to feel positive, put yourself in the frequency of gratitude and declare each thing you're grateful for. Recognize all of the greatness around you and leap into a new timeline. So what I mean by that is, if you have a flower bed and 2 of your flower bushes were trampled, okay, and destroyed, but the other 4 are still there, focus on how beautiful and gorgeous the other 4 flower beds or flower bushes are, and be grateful and show gratitude. Okay, and you just continue to do this because you're creating this positive energy loop. And when you're creating the positive energy loop, especially in this time, it's going to amplify. It already does that any other day of the week, okay, at any other time or moment in the hour. It already does that. But what you're doing is you're leaping into a different timeline, and so you're actually creating this beautiful energy vortex. and it's going to be amplified, and you just want to keep it going, keep it going. Now, this is said to be a time of change and transformation. So you're going to see maybe, a shift in emotions, or I know I have lots of emotions, lots of change in relationships, friendships, things like that. But just know that everything is for the highest good. Everything is for your wellness. Everything is for your expansion. And while you're being still and you're doing your meditation and your journaling and self-love and your healing, remember, go out in nature. Offer some things back to nature. Have a conversation with Mama Earth. Like, truly, this is a great time to show some love and respect. And we should be doing this anyway. What I usually do is I'll go out and I'll just talk and I'll say thank you. And I'll be barefoot in grass, when it's warm enough. But I always take offerings, whether it's dried flowers, maybe plant leaves that fell off or dried up or whatever. I take those back out and I thank them, and I thank Mama Gaia, and I just offer it back up. If you pick up, a flower, or if you harvest any vegetables, or if you harvesting any dandelions, take some and leave, basically leave more than what you take, but also offer something in return. Okay, guys, I really am holding space for all of us, all of mankind. I'm really excited for this solar eclipse. I will be out there in the energy. Do a Google search, an internet search, to see when it's going to be most visible in your area, and have fun with it and just sit in the energy. Just take it all in. And again, be still. Don't make any rash decisions and choices. Just take one step at a time and breathe through it all and have fun with it. Okay? Much love. Until the next video, live simply and be kind.